Morning.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, good. And you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking, ma'am.
Okay. So, today, we are going to see about how Australia PR, permanent resident, is works and how to file a visa. So, this is the whole process of this class. Okay. So, today's class, we are going to see about the basic things. Okay. What are the visas are involving as a PR, and what are the benefits of getting PR, and what are the minimum eligibility for PR. So those details in today's class we will see. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
okay. So first the benefits of PR. So could you please do you have any details regarding what is the benefits of PR like that?
Just a second, ma'am, please. Ma'am, actually, I don't know anything about this. So, can you please explain each and everything?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, benefits of Australian PR. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you become a PR of Australia, you can stay indefinitely in Australia. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you are like equal to citizen, but you are not a citizen. Okay. You will get the very good study opportunities, and you can study in Australia as a PR with a fee of a citizen of Australia. Okay. And after you will get a world class health services. Okay. And after you can stay anywhere in Australia as a PR. And after you can buy a land, and you will get a subsidy for buying a land, everything. If you are a PR, you can get a subsidy for buying a first home in your Australia. So these are the benefits of Australia. And
Ma'am,
you
subsidy
Australia,
means
you
like
can
subsidy.
get a you can get some offer. If you are going to buy your first home in Australia as a PR, you will get some subsidy, that is some offer from a government of Australia.
For job
Okay.
purpose, ma'am?
Yeah, for regarding job, you can get any kind of job. Okay. Once you become a PR, you can get any kind of job, and you will be considered as equal to a citizen of Australia when you are looking for a job. Okay. And the main thing is, after staying a particular period in your PR visa, okay, or after staying particular period in Australia, you can apply for your Australian citizenship. So these are the main benefits of Australia PR. Okay. Do you have any doubts in this?
No, no, no. Now clear, ma'am.
Okay. And general information. Okay. So in Australia, do you know how many states and like that? Any general information of Australia?
No, ma'am, I don't have.
Okay. So in Australia, there are six states and two territories. Okay. So these six states are NSW, that is New South Wales, Melbourne, Victoria, South Australia, Western Australia, and then Western Australia, Tasmania, and then Northern Territory, Australian Capital Territory. So these are the states and territories of Australia. Okay. So these states and territories plays a vital role in Australia migration, because definitely once we get a PR, we have to stay in this particular states, right? States are territories. So they play a vital role in the Australian PR process. Okay, and the climatic condition, because if we are choosing one country as a PR, to be a PR, definitely we should know about how the education system, how the climatic conditions, and what are the occupations are demand, and how the education system, because this all defines our future plans. So we should know about these things, right? So the climatic condition, actually most of the people are very eager to move to Australia as a PR, since the climatic condition is more or less same to India. Okay, when compared to Canada, the climatic condition is very worse in Canada because it's very cold. But in India, in Australia, the climatic condition is more or less same. So that's why most of the people planning to move as a PR to Australia. Okay, and then the education system. Australia's education system is also one of the best education system in the world. Okay, so the education system is also very good, and you can you as a PR, you can get a best education system in the cost of Australian citizen. Okay, for example, as an international student, you have to pay double the price for a fee. But as a PR, you have to pay only the one part of the fee. So that is the best thing you will get once you get a PR. Okay, and then demand occupation. In Australia, like most of the occupations are in demand list. Okay, so like for example, I'll tell you some occupation what are in demand. For example, mm, IT occupations like software engineer, and then developer programmer, and then IT system analyst, and then now data science, data analyst. Okay, these are the occupations are really demanded occupations in Australia. Okay, and then studying in Australia. Okay, so since once you become a PR, so your entry eligibility to be study in Australia will waive because you are a PR. Okay, as a international student, you have to pass some criteria to become a student in Australia. Okay, so suppose if you are going as a PR with your family, so the future of your kids for study, it will be very good in Australia. Okay, so these are the general informations about Australia. Okay, so these are very
Okay,
minimum
ma'am.
thing. Okay, so you can get it more details by searching. Okay, these are the essential general informations. Okay, you have any doubt in that?
No, ma'am. Now everything is clear till there. Here.
Okay, so the next thing is eligibility of Australia PR. Okay, this is the very important part. Okay, this is the first step of our class. Okay, so if someone want to become an Australia PR, first we have to know what are the eligibilities, because we should know the eligibility. We couldn't blindly start the process, right? So first we have to know what is the eligibility. Okay, suppose for example, after the class, if you become a migration consultant, if you are getting one client, okay, for a Australia PR. So in that case, you first once you receive their resume, you have to know their eligibility. Okay, so what are that eligibility? Like first, you must score at least 65 points. Okay, the minimum eligibility points for required for to be a Australia PR is 65 points. Okay, that is one criteria, and the other criteria is you should be within the age of 45 years. Okay, if you are more than that, you are not eligible for Australia PR. Okay, so there are age brackets within this 45 years. Okay, so based on that brackets, you will get points. Okay, and then the second thing is valid skills assessment. Okay, what is skills assessment here? The skills assessment means your qualification and your work experience is assessed by some Australian bodies. Okay, and they will tell you you are eligible for this occupation, you are eligible for this occupation. So this is called skills assessment. So in the later stage we will see the detailed information about this skills assessment. Okay, and you should have a English language result test.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I didn't get this point. Valid skilled assessment.
Yeah, actually skills assessment is nothing but it's the a result, okay, which tells about your education qualification and your work experiences. Okay.
I mean,
Hmm.
Australian governments they will check our skill, that they will check our education.
Oh, along with your work experience, because in your work experience your skills will be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they will access both your qualification and your work experience matches with your occupation.
Okay.
So that is skills assessment. That is called skills assessment.
Okay. Okay.
Now you understood.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next thing is English language. This is very important since Australia is a English speaking country. So you should get your English language report. Okay. The minimum requirement, the minimum eligibility of English language is competent level of score. Okay. Competent level score. That is the minimum eligible. Okay. And the maximum is like a proficient, superior, like that level of scores. Okay, you should have the English language. So Australia accepts IELTS, PTE, CAE, TOEFL, this kinds of English language reports. Okay, about the score, what are the minimum requirements, those details we will see in the further classes. Okay, and then the main thing, okay, to be eligible for Australia PR, the main thing is whatever occupations you are choosing, right, it should be in the skilled occupation list. Okay, for Australia they have a list of occupations. Okay, so uh, this they will choose the occupation from this list of skilled occupations to invite for Australia PR. Okay, for example, you are a dentist. Okay, you want to move to Australia as a PR. So first what you have to do is you have to check that you are in the skilled occupation list of Australia. Okay, so suppose if your occupation presents in that list, you are eligible. If your occupation is not present in that list, you are not eligible for Australia PR. That is the very very important point. Okay, and then you should have a health insurance that is for your visa process, and then you should not have any criminal records and all. That are the these are the minimum eligibility for Australia PR. Any doubts in this?
No, ma'am. It's clear. Ma'am, this police verification certificate from India.
Whatever country you have stayed in the last 10 years for 1 year.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that actually this is the like it is the criteria for your visa process, but you should be aware about that. You should not have any criminal records and you are ready to take your health insurance. These things and all you have to consider when you are starting the process. Okay, so suppose if you are getting a client, you have to tell them about all the details like health insurance, police verification details and all, because maybe some client they are not ready to tell all these details if we don't have. Then once after they get the invitation and all, while doing the visa process, we come to know they may have any criminal records. Then one after we submit a visa also, the chances of getting a visa is very less. So the first stage itself, you have to tell your clients or you have to clear yourself with all these details. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. And regarding the English language, okay. If you are from suppose if you are a citizen from English speaking country like UK, Ireland, or Canada, means you should not take English language. You are exempt from this English language requirement.
Okay.
Okay. And after I told about valid skills assessment, right? Actually, that is like it is a 50 percentage part of Australia skill migrations, that PR migration. Okay, this plays a bigger role in Australia PR, this valid skills assessment. Okay, so any other doubt in this?
No, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, what are the types of visa for PR? Okay, that this is we have to know this thing to apply further, like which visa I have to choose and what are the requirements, like that. Okay, in Australia there are 5 types of skilled migrant visas. Okay, each and every visa has their unique requirement. Okay, so for example, the first thing is employer nomination scheme visa. So this visa has needs a sponsorship. Okay, actually from the name itself we come
Ma'am,
to know.
these all are PR visa only?
Yeah, these are only
Categories
PR
of
visa.
PR?
Actually these are all PR and a visa which leads you get a PR.
Okay, okay. So
Okay,
first
these
we
are
need this visa. After then we will apply for the PR. You can
yeah
say.
yeah yeah actually
Oh,
only one visa is like that. Okay, I'll explain you all how it does, how it works, and how to get a PR like that.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
the first thing is employer nomination scheme visa. Okay, for to apply for this visa, first you need to get a sponsorship from an employer. The name itself says you need a employer nomination to apply for this visa. Okay, for example, a company in Australia is ready to give you a work. Okay, permanently. If the company is ready to give you a work permanently, they can nominate you to apply for this visa. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
so so the main thing is you need sponsorship from the employer in Australia to apply for this visa. To apply for this visa, you need a sponsorship and your occupation should be present in the Australian nomination skilled occupation. Okay, then only you are eligible for this visa.
No, ma'am, I didn't get you. I didn't get the.
Actually, there are two criteria should be met. One is your employer, like an employer in Australia, is ready to give you a visa sponsorship. Okay, and suppose
Mhm.
you are a software engineer, right? So your occupation should be present in the visa skilled visa list of Australia.
Mhm.
Did you understand?
Yeah, ma'am, you said no, like education part, like you need
Mm,
education.
mm, mm.
So what is that?
Actually, that is education part is other thing. Like I told, right? Occupation,
Mm-hmm.
skilled occupation. So that skilled occupation you will get from the education, that skilled assessment.
Okay, okay, ma'am. And how we get the sponsorship from the like employer and how we
Like
get?
that you have to. For example, some people they are in Australia, okay, and they are
Mhm.
working with some employer. For example, some people go to Australia for a study purpose, okay, and then they work for some employer, okay, and that employer is ready to keep that employee in his organization. So that time he can go for this employer nomination scheme. Okay, that
Okay.
is one case. And the other case, you can apply from India here, okay,
We can get
and that
sponsorship
employer is
from, ma'am, can we get this sponsorship from India as well?
yeah. Like if your employer, like if you are applying for some job from India to Australia, okay, and the employer is ready to give you this sponsorship, means you can apply.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, so this is one kind of skilled visa. This is a PR visa. You will get a 5 year of visa. Okay, and then after after staying for a particular period, actually the requirement for Australian citizenship, to apply for Australian citizenship is you have to stay in a you have to stay in a correct visa in Australia for 4 years. Then after 4 years, you can apply for citizenship. That is a requirement. So by this visa, after completing that 4 years, you can apply for your citizenship. Okay, so this is one kind of visa, and other one is skilled independent visa. Okay, actually, actually this is a kind of the way to get this visa is very easy. Very easy means the requirements are less. You no need to get any sponsorship either from a state or either from a employer. The only requirement is other than basic eligibility, the only requirement is your occupation should be in the Australian skilled occupation list. Okay.
So this will be occupation and demand type of, no?
Yeah, it's in the it's a kind of occupation demand. Okay.
Okay.
So the conditions of this visa, the subclass 189. Okay, you can stay anywhere in Australia. Okay, and you will have a indefinite stay. Okay, that's it. No other conditions. This is
Oh,
a only condition. And second thing is skilled nominated visa. Okay, skilled nominated visa. Actually, you need a sponsorship, not from an employer, from a state.
okay.
In the initial, we have seen the states of Australia, like New South Wales, Western Australia, South Australia, like that. We have seen some state, right? So you have to get a invitation from the state to apply for this visa.
And ma'am, how we get the sponsorship from there?
Yeah, that we will submit an application.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Okay, we will submit an application like when we start a PR process, right?
Mm-hmm.
That time we will submit an application to each and every states of Australia.
Okay, okay. It means the other training sections you will let us know, right?
Yeah, definitely. In other sessions, you will get to know how to apply for the other states of Australia. Okay, and how they are choosing this no this kind of sponsorship, how they are choosing a candidate for this kind of sponsorship and all. We will see in the other classes.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, so this is a state sponsored visa. Okay,
Mm.
the condition of this visa is you have to stay in the particular state from wherever you are getting invitation, right? So you have to stay in that particular state for 2 years, and then you can move to anywhere, any states in Australia. And this is a PR visa. This is a direct PR visa.
Ma'am, for 2 years, I can't move anywhere in Australia or outside the
You
Australia.
can actually you can move, but you can't stay permanently.
Okay, okay.
For tourism purpose, for other thing, you can move, but you
In
have to stay permanently in this state where you from where you got the nomination.
in nominated visa, skill
Yeah,
nominated visa, right?
yeah,
Sub
yeah.
190. Okay.
Actually, to apply for this visa also, your occupation should be in the skilled occupation list.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, and other thing is other visa is skilled regional visa. Actually, this is a PR visa. Okay, and this will also lead you to stay settle in Australia indefinitely, and this visa also allow you to apply for citizenship after 4 years of period. So this is okay, this is also a skilled visa, but the main route for this visa is skilled regional temporary visa subclass 491.
Ma'am, what is skilled regional visa?
Actually, skilled regional visa is the regional visa uh, that you have to get the invitation from the particular state to live in the regionals of the state.
And
Okay,
and ma'am, how we get the invitation from there?
it is also, I will explain you in the further
Okay.
classes.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, actually, this is like a 190. Okay, it is
Mhm.
more or less like 190 visa.
Okay, okay. It is like
But
okay.
yeah, actually 190 is a state visa. So you will stay in the state. But this 491 is a regional visa. So you have to stay in the regional.
Ma'am, regional, you can say that. Can you give us example?
It's in the rural areas of Australia.
Rural areas. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, this is not a PR visa.
Okay.
This is a way to get you a PR visa called Skilled Regional Visa Subclass 191.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Actually, this is also a 5-year visa. Okay. To apply for this visa, you have your skilled occupation should be in the Australian skilled occupation list, and you and then you have to get the sponsorship or nomination from the Australian state.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay.
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 And then there is a condition for this visa.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. The condition is you have to stay in the particular regional, like from where you are getting invitation for 2 years. In the 2 years, you have to work for 1 year. Okay, so after that, showing the 2 year of stay and 1 year of work in the particular regional, you can apply for your skilled regional visa subclass 191. You understood what
Ma'am,
I'm saying?
ma'am, regional temporary visa means it is like for some time, like for like it's temporary visa or you can like or what?
Actually, it's a temporary visa. It's a 5-year visa. Okay, so
And
in this
others are ma'am?
5 year, others are 5-year visa, but you can stay indefinitely.
Okay, and in skilled regional temporary visa,
Uh,
we
af-
just
yeah,
Mhm.
it's a 5-year visa. Okay, but you have to reach the condition, like you have to stay in the particular regional for 2 years and you have to work in the regional for 1 year. So after this 2 year, you can apply for the PR visa called skilled regional visa. Okay, and this will give you a PR visa. Your visa status will change from temporary to PR visa after applying this visa.
Okay, so first we have to apply for skilled regional temporary visa after skilled regional visa.
Yeah, after 2 years, after spending 2 years in the regional, and after working 1 year in the regional, you have to apply for this visa.
Okay, okay, okay. So this is also a
Understood?
way to get the PR.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, these are all direct PR visa. Okay, but this two is first you will get a temporary visa, and then you have to qualify for some condition. Okay, you have to meet some condition. Once you meet that condition, then you will apply your PR visa.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, okay. And I told you, right, skilled occupation list. So this is the link to find your skilled occupation. Okay.
Ma'am, can you show me this practically?
Yeah, yeah. So this is your skilled occupation list page for Australia migration, PR migration. Okay.
Ma'am, it's not visible to me. Please share screen with me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is a skilled occupation list page. Okay. In this link, you can find what are the skilled occupation list of Australia. Okay.
Okay.
And I told you, right, what are the PR visas and what are the types of visas we have seen in the last thing, like subclass 186, subclass 189, subclass 190, and 491. These are all PR visa.
Ma'am, what are the others?
Others like this 187, 407, 482, 485. These are all temporary visas. Okay,
Okay.
actually this will not lead you to get a PR.
Okay.
Okay, actually, why they are given in this page? Actually, to apply for this visa also, you should have your occupation present in the skilled occupation list. So
This is
that's why they
like,
have given.
ma'am, this is like visitors visa or a tourist visa, you can say that?
No, 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 no. It's
No,
like a work visa.
it's like a work visa.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a work visa, like temporary activity visa. And after your study visa, you will get a post study work visa, right? So those details.
Okay.
Okay. So and one more thing, there are skilled independent visa and skilled nominated visa, that is subclass 189, subclass 190, and 491. Okay, for subclass 189, actually it's a easy process. You no need to get any invitation, you no need to get any sponsorship from your state and all. So it's easy. So for that visa, you will, whatever points you are scoring, right, I told you the minimum point is 65. Okay, so whatever point you are scoring, that is your point for this skilled independent visa. Okay, but for subclass 190, you will get extra 5 points. Okay, for example, you are scoring 65 for 189 means, suppose you are applying for 190 also means you will get extra 5 points, then your point will become 70. Understood?
Okay, it means we have to apply for both.
We can apply for both if your occupation present in both the visas. That I'll explain you later. Okay, the
Okay.
only thing, if you apply for 189, you will not get extra additional points other than whatever points you are scoring. But for subclass 190, you will get extra 5 points. Okay, and for subclass 491, you will get extra 15 points.
Okay.
Okay, that is also an advantage for this visas. Okay, so now how to find which visa you are eligible and how to find your occupation is present or not, we can see it now. So okay, so we can search for some occupation. For example, we can search for civil engineer. Okay, so you have to type your occupation here. You no need to select any visa. You just need to search and you will find the occupation. So the occupation is here, and this is the ANSCO code. ANSCO code means it will define what are the duties you have to do to meet this skilled engineer, civil engineer occupation. Okay, so if you give this as a civil engineer, you have to do the duties mentioned here. Okay, so in your experience, you have to do whatever duties mentioned here. So if you do these duties, you are eligible to apply for skill engineer. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
So these are the like each and every occupation you have to see the ants for duties. For example, you are working as a mechanical engineer. Okay, so you will say that I am a mechanical engineer, but Australia will assess your occupation as a mechanical engineer only you are doing the duties mentioned here in this ANSPO code. Okay,
Okay.
so for now, as a civil engineer, so your occupation is presented skilled occupation list of Australia as civil engineer. And second thing, you have to check the duties. If that duties matches to your experience, so you are eligible. And then, what are the visas you are eligible to apply? So here, 186, you can apply for 186. You can apply for 189. You can apply for 190, and then you can apply for 491. Okay, so you are eligible to apply all kind of skilled visas of Australia for Australia PR. If
And
your
ma'am,
occupation is civil engineer, yes,
others are work permits?
yeah, work permit, and as I said, right, these are all temporary visas. Actually, this is not a PR visas.
Okay.
Actually, for example, this 407 is a training visa. Okay, if you want to give some training to people in Australia or to the employer in Australia, you have to take this visa. So for that also, your occupation should be present in the skilled occupation list. That's why they have given. And 485 is a graduate visa. Like you have to get you will get this visa after your study in Australia. And this 489 is a previous version of this 491. Okay, so now it's not in the rule.
Ma'am, what is
It's a
temporary skill shortage? This.
temporary skill shortage is a work visa. It's a kind of work visa. Like if some employer want to get the employee for their company, they will hire based on this visa. Like in company, some internal transfers are happening, right? For
Okay.
example, people working in IT, they will go to Australia through internal transfer. So they will use this kind of visas. So most of the work visas are happening in this 482. It's a work permit.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. So the like first you have to check your occupation is present in the skilled occupation list, and then you have to check the duties, and then you have to check in what are the visas you are eligible. So as a civil engineer, you are eligible for this kinds of occupation. Okay, and I told, right, skilled assessment, skills assessment. Okay, so as a civil engineer, you have to get the skills assessment from Engineers Australia.
Ma'am, how?
Like you have to apply a separate application to this authority. So to know the requirement for this, you have to search this site.
Okay, so can you teach us also, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah, that's in the another class.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
so as a civil engineer, you are eligible for as for all kinds of skilled visas. Okay, so there are some other occupation that you are not eligible for other kind of visas. So okay, randomly I can go for your choice. Okay, can you tell me one occupation we can check?
Okay. So, ma'am, you can check as a chef.
Chef. Okay, so this is chef. Okay, so okay. Please tell me what is the next step. So this chef occupation is in the list. So what is the next step?
Ma'am means.
Like uh, the first thing is we have to see whether this occupation is present in the skilled occupation or not. So it is there. Okay.
Next, we have
And
to
from,
check the duties, I think.
yeah, okay. And then,
Roles and responsibilities we have to check. Click
yeah,
on,
roles and responsibilities. We have to check the roles and responsibilities are matching. And then what?
and then we have to apply for like assessment authority, skilled assessment, I guess.
Yeah, skill assessment. And then one more thing is you have to check what are the visas
Okay,
you are
okay. Yes,
eligible.
yes, yes, yes. We have to check the. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, just can you please explain me, ma'am? Can you please
here,
click on 351311?
yeah. So these are the duties, okay, of chef. So if you are a chef, you have to do this duties along with these things. Okay.
Okay, 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 ma'am.
Okay. And as a chef, you are eligible for 186, subclass 189, subclass 190, and then subclass 491. So you are eligible for all skill visas. Okay. And this
Here
chef
again, there is
occupation.
a, ma'am, here again, there is a training visa.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, training visa is a temporary visa. As a chef, you can apply for this visa also to give training
So we
and
have,
to take
like,
training.
if I'm a chef,
Hmm.
then I will give the training for Australian peoples, you can say that.
Yeah, actually, this training visa is used for two things. Actually, this is not a skill visa. So you can use it to get a training, to give a training. Okay.
Like if I am chef, okay,
Hmm.
and I'll give training to chef in Australia.
Yeah, you can give training to chefs in Australia or employers in Australia.
Okay.
Or if you want to get some training in some company means you can use this visa.
Sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. Come again.
You want to get some training from
Mm-hmm.
some employer in Australia. For example, you want to get training from a biggest chef in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for some period of time, you
Mm-hmm.
can apply for this visa and you can go.
Okay, so it means if I need training, then I'll have to go. And if I want to give the trainings, then
Yeah,
I'll have to go.
yeah, yeah,
Like it
yeah.
means it's for both, na?
Yeah, it's for both. But you need to, for training purpose means you have to prove for what training, like that you are like whoever is inviting you, know, for giving or getting, they have to give their documents and all. So actually, this is not a PR.
Hmm. This is a work permit type
Yeah,
of
it's
thing.
a kind of work permit. So it's not on the topic. So
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
okay. So the skills assessing body for the chef, occupation chef is TRA. TRA is Trade Recognition Australia. Okay. So the requirements and how to apply that we will find in this website. So, okay, that we will see in the later stage.
Oh,
Okay. So these are the things. Okay. And I'll show you. So checking the occupation. So we have seen how to check the occupation. So I hope you will know how to check the occupation now, right?
mm-hmm.
And how to find a suitable skills assessment, that also you know, is it? Hello.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't get you.
No, like now you know how to check the occupation and how to find in which skills assessing body it will come.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's
Okay.
clear, all clear.
Yeah. Okay. So so for today's class, we will cover only this topics, and the remaining topic we will cover next class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, okay, okay. Ma'am, can we go back on those slides like the
Yeah. Sure.
PPT?
Sure.
Hmm.
You want from the beginning?
From last, like fourth page or fifth page.
Shall I go to the next?
Ma'am, it's not visible. Only like skilled occupational list is visible.
One minute. Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, 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 ma'am. What are the fifth page? Can you please scroll down?
The first pages we already seen the step like how to check the occupation, how to find the suitable skills assessment, and the list, and the link to find the skilled occupation list.
Okay, 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 ma'am. Okay, it's clear. Okay, okay. Or
Okay.
yeah, it's
So, uh, do you have any doubts?
no, ma'am. It's all clear. Thank you so much for the lovely session.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
J-
So we'll see in the next class. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
please don't leave, huh?
Ah.
Because I'm recording this session.
Okay.
Okay, just a second.